What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Ask Nick Foy TV YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be covering email sequences and showing you how I set up an email sequence here inside of Convertkit and how I'm linking out to different products and actually tracking those links using the Google URL Builder tool. All right, so first things first, you need to set up an email list if you want to market your products through email marketing and start increasing your sales online. Email marketing is the best way to convert cold traffic into customers. It has a lot higher conversion rate compared to social media. If you're just pitching your products on your social media channels all the time, it's not likely people are actually going to click the links in your profile and go buy your products. Instead, you need to be sending them to some kind of opt-in page where they can get some kind of freebie from you. So I covered that in previous episodes. I show you 11 lead magnet ideas that you can offer to get people onto your email list. I did a bunch of split testing of opt-in forms, landing pages, opt-in offers. I show you Facebook ads and the results of those ads that I ran. So you can go check out these previous episodes, and then once they're on your email list, you're going to begin sending them emails trying to market your products to them through email marketing. So the first step, you need an email service provider. I recommend Convertkit. This is the company I use right now. So if you go to my affiliate link, asknickfoy.com/CK, that's going to take you to Convertkit, and it tells them I sent you so that it gives me credit if you want to help me out and support my business. Now, again, you can check out their free trial. You can check out their demo, their features, their pricing. It starts at $29 a month up to the first 1,000 subscribers. This is a great deal, though, because they're going to give you a lot of cool features you don't get in other free email marketing platforms. And $29 a month really isn't that much. If you eat out every month, you could just think of cutting out one meal out at a restaurant. Instead, invest that money in yourself, back into your business to help you grow your income so that you can eat out at fancier, nicer restaurants in the future. So let's go ahead and log in here. So every time you log into Convertkit, you're going to get this general summary of your subscribers. So you can see from April 21st to May 21st over the last 30 days, I've gained 815 subscribers. I can see a chart here day by day, which days I had big spikes in new subscribers. I can see which forums they came from because of the color coordination, and just hovering over them, it'll quickly show me what forums were getting the most subscribers. And again, you can see the different stats up here as well as filtering them. Now I'm actually going to be purging my list. That's an upcoming video you should subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for. I'm going to show you why I'm deleting subscribers and making my list smaller. I do this quite often. I would have probably 10 to 12,000 subscribers right now, but I do have to pay for them, and a lot of them don't open my emails anymore. So I like to keep shrinking my list size down to my most loyal and dedicated subscribers. But that's going to be in another video, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's go under the sequences tab here. And that's where we get this big sequence here. So what I did was I set up a new sequence, brand new emails, all new content. So I wrote 40 some different emails here. If we scroll down the left-hand side, you can see all the different email subjects. And then when we get down here, I've got another 40 some emails that are still in draft. So I haven't actually edited them and published them yet. So in total here, I have close to 100 emails. And a lot of these were emails that I just pasted in blog articles from one of my previous blogs I was running. And now I'm just going to set up an email series where it basically gives away those free tips that I'd write on my blog. And instead, it gives them in the email format. Now, what you could do instead is just write a short email, and you could link out to your blog post. But what I noticed in previous sequences is that my click-through rates are only about 10 to 15%. So that means, let's say a couple thousand people open this email and only a couple hundred of them actually click through and read the blog article. So instead, I'm going to cut out the middleman of sending them over to my blog, and I'm just going to paste in the blog article itself into the email. So now, out of those couple thousand people that open this email, a good majority of them are actually going to read the entire blog article since it's already pasted into the email, and I don't have to worry about trying to get them to click through an extra step to my blog itself. So what I've done then is that since it's like a blog article that they're reading, I also have product links inserted multiple times. So here you can see I said resource, join our challenge with 10 levels to test your short game. So they can click on this link. It'll take them over to my product page where they can learn more about my product. So that's the whole goal here with email marketing. You want to set up several emails they get right when they subscribe. So day 1, they're going to get my 3 putting drills. Day 2, my 6 chipping tips. Then the next day, 5 swing tips. then 4 golf exercises. So these first 4 or 5 days, they're getting lots of value-packed emails where they can click into each email when they get it sent to their inbox. They can read about it. Again, there's opportunities for them to click through to my product pages so that hopefully I can convert them into a customer in these opening days when I have their interest, because eventually their interest is going to die off. And as they get down here in emails 20 to 25 to 30, they're probably not opening your emails as much anymore. So it's always important to try to pitch products early on in your email sequence, but you don't want to come out with full-blown sales emails in your opening couple emails. You want to give free value first, and then day 6 here, I actually do a full-blown sales pitch. So this one, I'm actually talking about my content library, my golf resource library. So it's all kinds of training programs, worksheets, PDFs, videos, everything they can imagine. It's my online golf academy where they get access to all these resources. So it's an actual pitchy email where I just talk solely about that product and try to get them to click on the links to go check out my sales page and buy access to my golf resource library. But I don't get to that point until day 6. That way I have at least 5 days before then to warm them up, to give them lots of free tips, free value. Hopefully that tells them, that I actually care about helping them improve their golf game. I give them, lots of tips that they can go get quick wins with so they can see that my content works. It actually helps them become more successful at golf. And once I've got their, trust that these tips are effective, then when I start pitching products, they're going to think, okay, his products must be really good too, because so far the different tips he sent me have been helpful, so I think it's worth it to buy his products. So that's the kind of goal here. Warm them up. It's cold traffic, again, that you're driving to your email list coming from social media, from paid advertising. They don't really know who you are or trust you yet, so get them in the door with these value emails. Then have a full-blown sales pitch email within that first week as well, so that you can catch their attention before it starts dying off. Because then once they get down here to emails 20 to 30, they're probably not going to open these emails as much anymore. But I still stick in a sales pitch every once in a while. So again, the formula here is probably give 3 or 4 value-packed emails, then a sales pitch. Then give 3 or 4 more value-packed emails, then another sales pitch. And again, with Convertkit, one of the features here is I can set a filter. So if you see this little funnel system right here, that's a little filter symbol. So I can actually filter out who gets sent this email. So I set up a filter that if they bought my product previously in one of these previous emails, then they should not get this email because they've already become a customer. So I don't want to spam them with a product pitch if they've already become a customer. So that's one of the cool things you can do here is just click on this little filter, and I can choose from different tags that I set up. So anytime they click these links and they go buy a product, I can have them tagged as a customer inside my email software. Again, that's another advanced feature of Convertkit if you want to learn more about Convertkit. And then from there, I can filter out so that those specific tagged subscribers don't get sent these sales pitch emails. All right, so the next important step is tracking sales coming from your emails. So again, I've got about 40 some different emails here. All in all, it'll be about 100 once I get the rest of them edited. So I want to know which sales came from email number 1, what sales came from email number 2. So what you're going to do is set up Google Analytics on your e-commerce store or on your website. And then you're going to use the Google URL Builder tool, which integrates with Google Analytics so that it can track where people are coming from inside your Google Analytics account. So just type in Google URL Builder, click on this very first link that says Campaign URL Builder, and it's going to open up a page that looks kind of like this, where it's got these different fields here. So you can read more about it up here at the top, but basically all you're going to do is put in the website URL you want someone taken to when they click on your link. So in this case, I could send them to nickfoygolf.com/product-1. So this would be like my product link to one of my sales pages I'd put in here. Then I want to tell Google Analytics the campaign source. So it's coming from Convertkit. And then campaign medium, it's an email. So I want to put that in as email. Now again, if they're coming from like Google, you could put in Google as the campaign source. If they're coming from Facebook, you could put in Facebook as the campaign source. And then under medium, you could put social media. Or you could switch those. You could put campaign source, social media, and then for each of your mediums, you could put in Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest as the medium. That way you could track all the different traffic coming from, social media, but you also could get an individual breakdown of each medium. So you could see Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. But in this case, we're just using Convertkit email. And then campaign name is where you put in the individual emails. So if we go back here into my sequence, email number 1 here is the 3 putting drills. So I could come back here and put in the number 1, and then we could put in our 3 putting drills, or we could put in putting drills. That way I know it came from email number 1, putting drills. And then later, if I readjust the order of my sequence, like let's say I move 6 chipping tips to number 1 instead, then what I could do is come back in here, and you're going to have to recreate, you know, a new tag. So I'd have to put in number 1 chipping drills, and I'd have to go in and update all the different links in these emails. So ideally, once you set your email order, try to keep it pretty consistent. Otherwise, it's going to be tedious. You're going to have to come back in here and adjust all the different campaign names. So you don't even have to number things if you don't want to. I like to number it just so I know what order it came from, so I know if they came early in my sequence or later in my sequence. But if you want, you could just give it, you know, the chipping tips article, and then it won't matter where I move this chipping email to. I can move it down to number 5. I can move it down to email number 20, and it'll still just tell me that it came from the chipping email. I won't know necessarily how early it came from. By having numbers, I can tell whether they bought in the first 7 or 10 emails. I can tell if they bought later on in emails 30 to emails 50. So that's why I number them, but again, you don't have to do that step because it could save you in the future. If you readjust the order of your emails, then you don't have to worry about coming back in here and updating the names of all your campaigns. So lastly, it's going to give out a generated campaign URL. You can just copy it, or you can convert it to a short link. So we can just copy this short link, come back here into our sequence, and then you paste them into your emails. So I've already gone ahead and done that for these first 40 some emails. I spent the last 3 days getting all these emails set up and edited. So now anytime people click on these links in my emails, it's going to tell in Google Analytics, hey, so-and-so came from email number 1, your 3 putting drills. Or they came from email number 2, your 6 chipping tips. And then again, I also have tracking links set up in my sales pitch emails, so they can say, hey, so-and-so came from your sales pitch email, and they actually converted into a customer. Then I know that this email was effective. If I see that 50 people click through this link from this email and none of them bought, then in the future I might change up my sales email because it wasn't converting. But if I saw, 50 people click through and I got 3 sales, then I know this email was converting pretty well at 6%. So that's how you can track conversion rates of individual emails by using the Google Campaign URL Builder tool. So overall, that's the gist of this video, showing you what I've done recently inside my business. I set up a brand new sequence. I wrote about 100 emails. So far, I've gotten through editing about 45 of them, and I added custom links using the Google URL Campaign Builder into each and every individual email, so that inside Google Analytics, I can track where sales are coming from. So I'll do an update video for you guys. I won't leave you hanging. Once I get people on my email list in this email sequence, I'll get some data going, and I'll show you in the future which emails are getting the best open rates, which ones are getting the best click-through rates to different product pages, and which emails are actually converting click-throughs to customers. So stay tuned for that case study video in the future. Until then, let's head back over to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed, checking out all the previous videos we've covered so far on email marketing. And if you want more topics, you can go over here to my playlist tab, where I cover all kinds of different online business, marketing, social media tips for you. Thanks again for being here watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a helpful comment. That's going to tell YouTube this video is important and help it rank higher in YouTube, so we can get it seen by more people who need to understand email marketing and how to track sales coming from their email marketing. Again, I use the Convertkit platform. You can learn more about them by using my affiliate link, asknickfoy.com/CK. Also, link below in the video description to all my different resources and training tools that you could use to help grow your business. Thanks. Take care.